Hey everybody, so welcome back to another video on the channel. And today we're going to be breaking down the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Golden State Warriors to start their 6-game road trip. So let's before we get started, if you like the content I'm putting out, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe with the notification bell on. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. You can also email me at phillysportspodcast97@gmail.com. All of them are going to be in the description. So what let's say before I get started, reading the stat sheet and whatnot, and the only downside I've seen with the Sixers team is they're blowing big leads. That can't happen, especially with a shorthanded with a shorthanded Golden State Warriors with no Steph Curry, no Klay Thompson, but you blow a 24-point lead against them, and that can't happen. So that's what before I get into everything else, that's the downside I'm seeing with this team. So your starting five were Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Tony Bradley, Furkan Korkmaz, and Ben Simmons. Now, I put a poll on Twitter. I think yesterday during the game. Is Tony Bradley underrated? So, the people say on Twitter, he's super underrated. In my opinion, I would have thought he would be a better backup to Joel Embiid. I mean, look, Dwight Howard's good too, but he's got to stop fouling. I don't know how many. It's like beating. I don't know how many times I'm going to be beating around the dead horse with that. Causing fouling. I don't know. There's something about Dwight Howard. He needs to stop. The mental mistakes that's got to stop. So, and then Shake Milton. I don't think there's nothing negative to say about him. Last year he got caught thrown in the fire. And he did pretty good, especially for a rookie. But now this is technically his first full season. So technically his second season in the league, but technically his first full. But I think he's a good 6-man off the bench when you really need it. We hadn't had a good 6-man since Lou Williams. That's in my opinion, because that's I'm kind of a little bit biased at times. So obviously the Sixers won. They're tied with the Utah Jazz with the best record in the NBA at 31 wins. So, and me and a few friends of mine, we kind of predicted what the record's going to be. I would say they're going to be like a 60+ team or a win team. If they can continue to play the way they're playing with or without, especially with Joel Embiid, I think we should be fine. But before with the trade deadline rumors and whatnot, I think it's good. The trade deadline. Okay, so let me get into the trade deadline before the trade deadline. I think is going to be an interesting one because I don't know who the Sixers are going to acquire in the trade deadline. But the one guy I would like to see over here is Kyle Lowry. But most Sixers fans are like, oh no, we don't want Kyle Lowry because he's old. That don't mean anything. He's got a championship pedigree. He's a good scorer and a Philly native for that matter. But I mean that, and there's also Zach LaVine. That's another guy I would like to see. But I prefer more Kyle Lowry for more as homegrown talent. So with that being out of the way, let's get right into the stat sheet. So Danny Green, obviously he played 32 minutes, 42 seconds with 4 from 9. He had obviously he had a slow, a bad, a bad shooting game. So he played 36 minutes, 9 of 18 from the field, 1 from 2 for 3, perfect from the line, which going back to what I said against the Knicks, he struggled, you know. Those two free throws that he should have like I said, you know, they're still in like I think a rebuilding retool phase, but you can't lose to a team like that. But like I said, he had 13 rebounds, 4 assists, through and on the block with a plus minus of 22. You know, finished with 25 points. You know, he's only averaging 21 or a little bit over 21 a game, which is his career high. Which I like. That's what I like to see out of had the Tobias of old from his days with the Clippers. You know, but you know, and Tony Bradley. You know, I mean, what a performance! You know, it may not be a, you know, the stats not show it, but he knows his performance, his actions kind of did show on the court against the Warriors. So he played almost 33 minutes, 8 of 8 from the field, apart from the line, 2 for 2 from the line, with 11 rebounds, 0 assists, and 2 blocks. With finish with a career high 18 points. Which for me, Tony Brown, look, even when we traded him or got him in the trade, he's starting to show, really prove his worth. Now, Korkmaz, I know I'm hesitant back and forth. Like, are we going to get a good game out of Korkmaz, or are we going to have a bad game? He's like Danny Green. He's very streaky at times. You know, we don't know what we're going to get from him. So, with that being said, Furkan, played 26 and a half minutes. Shot 4 from 8 from the field, 2 from 6 from 3. 2 of 4 from the line with 1 rebound, 1 assist. Had a plus minus of 4. Wind up finished with 12 points. Not no surprise there. He's more of like a bench role kind of guy. And now when we talk about Ben Simmons, even Draymond Green kind of gave him a little bit of respect. And look, no disrespect against Draymond Green. Draymond Green is probably one of the, is a great defender. Somebody like Draymond Green who can defend all 5 positions, the entire starting 5. That's impressive. But I think, he's given some respect to what Ben Simmons is doing as a defender. I like that, because it's like you don't really hear that often. Have other players, give the respect that you, especially towards Simmons as a defensive player, because it's like, like he can't shoot and whatnot. But yeah, I know he can't shoot. Like I said, and Greg Popovich said this too. Like, who gives a damn if he can't shoot? He's going to make you pay in more ways than one. Even Draymond Green said, like, he's a good defender, or actually not saying a good defender, but he's a great defender. So like I said, Draymond Green gave him the respect as a defender, one defender to the other. So he played almost 35 minutes, 7 of 15 from the field, 8 of 14 from the line, with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, with a plus minus of 4, finished with 12 points. Actually, no, I'm sorry, with 22 points. I'm sorry. But, like, this is what I like to see out of Ben, starting, constantly, scoring, look, I know there's some games he might score, say, 12, 6. That's who he is. But like I said, Sixers wind up winning, so now they move to the record of 31-13. I mean, that's all I got for you guys for today. But if you like I said, if you like the content I'm putting out, make sure you hit the like button. You should make sure you hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.